Because crying in your Ferrari doesn't mean a tear once in a while. It means you are unhappy. You are insecure. You're buying Ferraris to show people that you made it. You're trying to impress people you don't even like.
And so how do people, like, so much of society like catches us in that trap, right? Like it's almost like everything, Instagram, social media, like what you see on TV orients people around, if I make more, if I become more successful, I'll finally be happy. And so how,
I don't know,
it's hard for people
Justin,
to break out of that.
I'll be honest with you. I actually don't think, well, first of all, you know this, it starts at home.
Yeah.
Like the household you grew up in and what they valued. I love stereotypes because stereotypes are flawed, because making judgment on people, like everyone's, is ridiculous. But stereotypes are also have nuanced truths. That's how they became stereotypes. When I think about cultures that are more happy, like just they're more free spirited or happy, you see a family environment where what they cared about was like family dinner on Sundays or always dancing and music and like, it's just so obvious to me from afar. The way you answer it and the way you attack it is in the meta right now. We are two gentlemen who, through hard work and serendipity and timing and a million trillion other variables, have achieved business financial success. Yet we feel compelled, like a fly going to the light or those bugs outside in the summer, to talk about these things because we just inherently know that if you think a Ferrari and a Rolex is going to make you happy, you are delusional. And like, and we've taken on this. Yeah. And we've experienced it from different angles and different lenses. I'm coming from a place of somebody who has never showed that. I was never attracted to it. None of my friends were that. I've never showed that in my content. It's not what I like. I also feel like I over demonized it. I've had a couple of friends who really like a good Lambo or a watch, and they get tiffed or they disagree. And I'm like, you're right. I actually say I'm wrong. I'm like, you actually, like, I've heard you talk about that watch. You spent 4 hours talking about the breakdown of how it works and the craftsmanship. But the reason I say it is because 97% of people do not buy Rolex for its craftsmanship. 90%, exactly. 85, whatever number you want to use. And so I think it's important to teach the kids that, and not even the kids, the 60-year-olds, because it's never too late to change. So I just think it's the meta. I think you just try. We choose what we're about. We choose what we talk about. I choose to talk about the fact that I think kindness and empathy is cool. I also think that accountability is required because so much of our issues is that. We're in a culture now of trying to convince others instead of convincing ourselves. I don't think shame works. I don't think fear works. And I think multiple people do that to each other from different angles. And I'm just trying to watch and observe, and I'm trying to put out, I have a lot going on. Why do I want to do this 45 minutes? I want to keep seeing you win because I see something from afar in the way you're doing it. And
appreciate you.
When you're up to something and you see somebody else have the potential to like expand on it, we need as many allies into mental happiness as possible, and so that. But number two, it's because it's me living the answer to your question by allocating time. Time is my biggest asset. And for me to allocate 45 minutes to talk about it is me doing what you asked, which is, I know I have a platform right now. I especially have a very unique platform. I have incredible, right now that every kid wants to be an investor and a businessman, it's fucking crazy. It must be crazy for you too. When we were growing up, how old are you, Justin?
It was not. I'm 38. I'll be turned 38 this year.
Amazing. So you know this because you lived it too. It's insane. Like every 14-year-old, boy, girl, I'm an investor. I'm a entrepreneur. I'm going to be an influencer, make my own money. Like this is like, it's like the whole world turned into who I was at 14. And,
Yeah.
but I was the only one at 14 when I was a kid. Now it's the standard. So now I know a lot of these kids, now that the world's opening up a little bit, I'm getting outside. There's been a lot of growth even in the last 18 months. Like I walked by a gaggle of 15-year-olds that like, they start losing their mind. And I'm like, oh my God, this is getting crazy. So what do? I'm very thoughtful about what I put on TikTok. And if I can get those kids, if they think I'm cool, if I can get them addicted to happiness around good things, kindness, like doing it for yourself, not for anybody else, all that stuff, then you're leaving a little bit of a legacy.
I love that.
Which is absolutely my selfish place. My selfish place is the curiosity of how big of a legacy can I build? And the only way I know how to build a legacy is not how much money I make. Nobody gives a fuck. A small group may, but they're not sustainable. Anybody who cares about my net worth or how much money I made, I'm not going to penetrate them anyway. They're looking for short-term proxies of endorphin like hits. Like I'm looking for people that are looking to run the marathon. I'm not a sprinter. I'm not Usain Bolt. I'm not a sprinter. Yeah. I'm a marathon runner. I'm in Kenya every day running 400 trillion miles,